Brookfield, Illinois. A freezing cold Sunday morning, sometime around 1980-something, around 3 a.m., the witching hour. The hour when some say the veil between worlds grows thin and the strange things slip through unnoticed. That's when I'd step out into the cold, breath hanging in the air, fingers stiff, starting the car early so it could warm up before the drive to the news agency. Sunday editions of the Chicago Tribune waited there. Those papers were monsters. Each one felt as big as a suitcase and just as heavy. Tossing them from the car window was forbidden. Every paper had to be hauled up onto the porch and laid flat, just right, so the customer could crack the door and pull it inside. The routes were competitive. One too many complaints and your spot went to the next kid on the waiting list. It wasn't pleasant. As a high school kid who often hadn't even been to sleep yet, I didn't look forward to Saturday night bleeding into Sunday morning. And yet, there was something magical about those hours. The streets were silent, no televisions glowing in living rooms, no traffic in the distance, not even a dog barking. Just a deep, still quiet, broken only by the crunch and pop of tires rolling over salt and ice on frozen pavement. That's when I'd turn the dial. WLS, 890 on the AM band. Sometimes there was static, then the signal would crackle to life and suddenly I'd be jolted awake by the pulsing electronic heartbeat of Giorgio Moroder's The Chase. At 3 a.m., alone in a sleeping suburb, it didn't feel like a theme song. It felt like a signal, a hidden frequency, calling out to the people of the night. And then, over the synths and the static, came the voice. Calm, measured, carrying the weight of mystery. From the high desert and the great American Southwest, I bid you good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Art Bell's voice was warm, but haunting. It sounded like someone who'd seen things and refused to panic about them. Even when callers spoke about aliens in their backyard or time travel gone wrong, Art never mocked them. He leaned in, he listened, he asked one more question. His delivery had a hypnotic rhythm, like Rod Serling with a desert drawl unspooling a story by firelight. You never felt like he was talking to an audience. He was talking to you, alone in your car, alone with your radio. It felt like a private conversation between night owls, misfits, and insomniacs, a hidden fraternity of the strange. The show was a little spooky, oddly soothing, and completely addictive. While I crammed tribunes into plastic sacks to keep them safe from snow and ice, Art was talking about black projects, government conspiracies, and programs with names like Echelon and Operation High Jump. Stories that sounded like science fiction but felt a little too real for comfort. Coast to Coast AM was my introduction to Area 51, MK Ultra, Men in Black, remote viewing, black helicopters, all the strange ideas that seem to surface best when the rest of the world is asleep. Embers and Echoes was born from that feeling, from quiet roads, from crackling signals, from stories told calmly, without ridicule, in the long hours of the night. So pull up a seat. Let the fire burn low. You're listening to Embers and Echoes, stories from around the campfire.